Greetings, grade nines. So by now you should be well versed in the properties of a straight line. And if you didn't know, we did a revision Monday and Tuesday. So today we are going to look at the properties of triangles. So what is a triangle would be our first question. Well, everyone wants to know what is a triangle. When you talk about triangles, what is it that we talk about? So a triangle is when we have got three non-collinear points and we join them with straight lines, we end up with what we call a triangle. So a triangle is made up of three linear sides made by joining three non-collinear points. So we have 3 points, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, sorry, and then we join them with straight lines. We have a two-dimensional shape called a triangle. So the first property of triangles, which we are going to look at, which I believe everyone is aware of, is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle. So the sum of the interior angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So when we have got a triangle, when we have a triangle ABC, so and we add up the angles. So angle A plus angle B plus angle C will be equals to 180 degrees. So this angle plus that angle plus this angle should give you a total of 180 degrees. So let's look at another property, external angle of a triangle. So what you must know is that the external angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the opposite interior angles of that same triangle. So when we've got our triangle here, AFB, we have got the external angle. So the external angle here, you see that what we call an external angle here will be, let me use a pen. So all these in red will be our external angles. This one and that one and this one. This is what we call an external angle. And the interior angles are these ones which are in green. This one and that one and that one. So if you look at these angles, they are related to the interior angles in the sense that the size of an external angle is equal to the sum of the opposite interior angles. If you look at the angle B1, let's look at angle B1. If you look at B1, this is B1, it's an external angle. So it's going to be equal to D2 plus F1. So we can say B1, angle B1 will be equals to angle B1 plus F1. And these are the different ways in which we write angles, right? I think we did this when we were doing straight lines. So B1, we can write it as angle ABF, right? Or we can write it in the form angle ABF. We did this. So angle B1 will be equals to the angle D1 plus angle F1, and angle D2 will be equals to angle B2 plus F1, and angle F2 will be equals to angle B2 plus D1. So the external angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the opposite interior angles. Moving on, types of triangles. So the types of triangles, the main types of triangles, we've got equilateral triangles, we've got isosceles triangles, and we've got scalene triangles. Right, equilateral triangles. These are triangles like this one here. This triangle, we call it an equilateral triangle. What are the special properties of an equilateral triangle? You see that equilateral triangles, all sides are equal and all angles are equal to 60 degrees. So if it is an equilateral triangle, all sides are equal and all angles are equal, which means they are all equal to 60 degrees. If you add up those angles, they should give you 180 degrees. So those are the properties of an equilateral triangle. Specifically, one, all sides are equal and all the angles are equal to 60 degrees. So the angles are all equal and they've got the same size, which is 60 degrees. An isosceles triangle, right? So this here is an isosceles triangle. What are the specific properties of an isosceles triangle? Two sides are equal, right? two angles are equal, right? Then we know that it's an isosceles triangle with those two properties specific to an isosceles triangle. And also, if you add up the interior angles, they should add up to 180 degrees. Scalene triangle. What is a scalene triangle? Like this one here, it's a scalene triangle. What are the specific properties of a scalene triangle? All sides are not equal. What else? And all angles are not equal. So that is a scalene triangle. Right. Now let's look at right-angled triangles. You see that right-angled triangles, they can be combined with the other triangles except the equilateral triangle. So a right-angled triangle cannot be equilateral, but it can be a right-angled scalene triangle. It can be right-angled isosceles triangle. Let's look at this. So when you look at this triangle here, it's a right-angled triangle, right? And you see that this particular one, you see that a right angle triangle is a triangle in which one of the angles is 90-degree angle. So it is right angle triangle if one of the angles is 90 degrees. And also two adjacent sides are perpendicular to each other, which means they are at 90 degrees each other. Right, so that is specifically a 90-degree angle. Let's look at other types of right angled triangles. Like I said before, we've got the right angled isosceles triangle. So right-angled isosceles triangle, we can see the two adjacent sides which are perpendicular to each other will be equal, right? And then it becomes an isosceles triangle. You see that one of the angles is 90 degrees, which makes it a right-angled triangle, and two other angles are always equal to 45 degrees. That is, if it is an isosceles triangle, the other two angles will be or must be equal to 45 degrees. And two adjacent sides are equal. So it becomes a right-angled isosceles triangle. Remember, right-angled, one of the angles is 90 degrees. Isosceles triangle, two sides are equal and two angles are equal. Right, so in this case, we can say the angle B will be equals to angle A plus angle C. And also angle B minus angle A will be equals to angle C. The same also angle B minus angle C will be equals to angle A. This is for a right angled isosceles triangle. And also angle A will be equals to angle C, both equal to 45 degrees, and side AB is equals to side BC. That is for a right-angled isosceles triangle. Let's look at a right-angled scalene triangle. A right-angled scalene triangle, here we go, all the sides are not equal. So one angle is 90 degrees, which makes it a right-angled triangle, and the other two angles are not equal, right? And also all sides are not equal, meaning the same thing as any other right angle triangle. Angle B, which is 90 degrees, will be equals to angle A plus angle C, and angle B minus angle A will be equals to angle C. So the 90-degree angle minus one of the other angle will be equals to the other third angle, right? And remember, all the angles are not equal and all the sides are not equal. So those are the properties of triangles. Now you have to do some activities to see how much you have understood this revision exercise. Okay.